Welcome to Cake Bites, where we go rapid fire with this week's rule breaker. Fast questions, real answers, zero corporate polish. I'm your host, Elizabeth Bieniek. Let's dig in. All right, Monica, are you ready for Cake Bites?
I'm ready.
All right, let's dive in.
Okay.
What is one common myth you would like to debunk about your line of work?
One common myth I'd like to debunk. I think the biggest myth we're seeing right now is that people, when we start talking about AI and AI training, we get a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we've already adopted AI. We have AI tools, or we have way too much AI training." And the myth that we try to debunk is we're not AI training. FlipWork is not about AI training. FlipWork is about the human behavioral change that needs to happen so that you can actually leverage the AI. And so we try to help people and debunk this myth that they're using AI, where it's like, well, have you really studied to see if you're getting the return on investment on the tools? And the reality is when they come back and they find that less than half of their people have truly adopted the tools, they have this kind of aha moment of like, oh, yes, we have all the AI tools, but we're applying them very surface level. We're not really using it the way we should. So I like to debunk that myth of just because you have the AI tools doesn't mean that your people are using them to the utmost capacity.
Yes. All right. What is one completely unrelated thing you do outside of work that you think makes you better at your job?
One completely unrelated thing that I do is I love doing puzzles, but I also love essential oils. So I'm constantly like making my own cleaning products, my own body oils, my own kind of just mixing and doing all the things. It's more of a stress reliever and, having the good kind of diffuser while I'm doing a puzzle. Because ironically, I feel like when I do puzzles, there are things that connect for me because I have ADHD. I was diagnosed, a few years ago, and I'm like, I wish I'd known this a decade ago. But I'm always like chasing the shiny object. And so really kind of like the essential oils that I delve into and the puzzles and putting together all kinds of things have helped me kind of calm that part of my brain that's going all over the place. But then ironically, by the end of the puzzle, I've solved some kind of problem I've been trying to solve because it allowed me to connect the dots.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that you're puzzling out the best combination of essential oils and then
Yes.
doing the puzzles.
Yes.
What do you do when you are in a funk or you're mentally not where you need to be to tackle the day?
I love this concept of I study a lot. Tony Robbins is someone that I used to really follow and study a lot, but he taught something that's called change your state, where you actually physically get up and you change your state, whether it's getting up and doing something to kind of like just really get your mind off of things. And it really takes only about 10 minutes. So I love to get up whenever I can't think or I'm frustrated or mad. And I have a vibration plate and I'll get up and just like stand on that and just do something that's like mind numbing, like play games or Candy Crush on my phone for 10 minutes. And then like come back and sit down. And 9 times out of 10, it's like this kind of like, oh, why didn't I see that? Like this was the easy solve. I just couldn't see it because I didn't have that fresh set of eyes.
I like that idea of the vibration plate. You're physically shaking yourself up to get a mental shakeup. That's perfect.
Exactly. Standing on it and just let it shake me for 10 minutes. And I think everything kind of falls into line.
Do you have a favorite quote or mantra?
Favorite quote or mantra? I have lots, but I think the one that has been really resonating with me is we like to say here at FlipWork that it's no longer survival of the fittest, it's survival of the fastest. And because of all of the AI and change, and we're wired for resisting change, that it's the fastest who can adapt and adopt the new technologies are the ones who are going to get ahead.
Good wisdom for the age of AI.
Yes.
How do you pay wisdom forward in your life?
Paying wisdom forward is by transferring knowledge, participating on podcasts like yours where, you yourself are democratizing access to this information to the masses. And so for me, the through line of my entire career has been transferring knowledge. And so being on as many podcasts, putting out content, posting, and just educating people is something that's core to who I am. And I think, for me, growing up with a really limited frame of reference, having that aha moment that, had I known then what I know now, how much faster I could have really navigated the workspace. And so my kind of giving it forward is like, how do I teach those kind of like things that I wish I knew then to others so that they can get further faster than I ever will?
And our last question, of course, has to be about cake. Monica, what is
Yes.
your favorite kind of cake?
That's a hard one, but if I had to kind of be pushed in the corner, it's tres leches. I love that cake. It's one of my favorites, and I have to buy just a slice because if I buy the whole cake, I will eat the whole thing. So tres leches is hands down one of my favorites.
That's how you know it's good. Thank you, Monica, so much for joining us for Cake Bites.
Thanks so much, Elizabeth. It was my pleasure.
Thanks for joining another Cake on Tuesday celebration of beautiful disruption. Please share it, review it, and find more innovative stories at podcast.cakeontuesday.com. I'm Elizabeth Bienyik. Be bold, stay curious. Now go have some cake.